and I'm the Executive Director of the Plus Group. We want to thank you for taking the time to join us today for the Plus Group webinar series. Today's topic is MetLife's new individual DI product, Income Guard. It will be presented to you by Lori Boggs, Strategic Relationship Manager at MetLife. Please note that all lines will be muted during this webinar. If you'd like to ask a question, please go to the question pane on your control panel and type it in. We will answer the questions at the end of the webinar. Also note that we are recording this webinar. It will be sent to you along with the presentation in a follow-up email. You will also be able to view it at our website at www.plusgroupus.com. I'm now going to turn this over to Lori.
Thank you, Tracy, and thank you all for dialing in today. I also have Joe Alma on the phone, and he's our sales desk manager, and he's an expert on our new product, so I wanted to have him here to answer any questions on the new product. And also, we're going to go through the presentation, and then we'll take questions at the end. So today we're going to talk about MetLife and the individual disability insurance market, talk about the new product, the Income Guard, that just was released on May 6th that we're very excited about. It's a product that we've spent a lot of time developing, getting great feedback from you, our producers. We're also going to talk about applications, our new application, and any marketing materials that are available to you. So just as a quick overview, our goal was to continue to have an unbundled product. We added 7 new riders, including 2 enhanced residual riders. We added specialty UROC based on feedback from many of our producers. We now can allow stackable discounts, and we have more competitive premiums. And I'll go over this in detail. So now I want to go over the Income Guard. This is our state approval map. These are the states where Income Guard is available, effective May 6th. This is the first round of states. The second round of states will be released on or around June 10th. A couple states that I know of that have been approved, Florida and Connecticut, those will be released in the June release. So those are coming very shortly. And we'll have a new updated map that we'll send over to the Plus Group partners, and they'll be able to send it to you. Details. I'm going to talk really high level about some of the non-changes and really get into the details of some of the changes to the product and maybe some sales ideas. So now our new product, the Income Guard, has issue ages 18 to 70. The reason why we did that is to expand options for multi-life. Oftentimes when we get a multi-life request for a quote, the person making the decision is usually the CEO or someone high level, and oftentimes they're over 59, which was our prior product age issue limit. So now we've decided to go to issue ages 70, and that is including multi-life and individual. So it's single life and multi-life. Today when we talk about our product, we're going to be talking about fully underwritten, multi-life, and single life, not the GSI market. This product is not for the GSI market. We'll have a new product for that coming out, I believe, next year. So the Income Guard renewability is still non-cancelable to age 67 or 5 years if later, and that is due to the late issue ages that we're offering the product. A new max benefit period we have is 10 years. We got a lot of feedback that many producers like a 10-year benefit period, so we added that. Elimination periods remain the same. This new product is for all OC classes, OC Class B, which is our lowest OC class, all the way up to 6S, our top OC class. Again, it's for single life and multi-life. Our target markets have remained the same. We're still in the medical and dental market. We have competitive rates. We have a great product for the medical and dental markets, and also continue to be in the professional and executive market. Those are our target markets. A couple of changes to the base policy. We have a new, the survivor benefit used to pay up to 3 months. We extended that to 6 months. We also extended, I'm sorry, I'm having problems talking today. We also extended the suspension due to unemployment to 12 months. It used to be 6 months. Another change that we have to our product, although it looks to be a little bit negative, does have a positive spin. Any person that goes out on disability that's outside of the country, and that outside of the country is anywhere except U.S., all of its possessions, and Canada, we're going to have a 24-month maximum benefit period. That doesn't mean we're going to stop paying the claim. The client has to come back to the United States or Canada, and we'll continue to pay the claim. We just won't continue to pay while they're outside of the United States. And the reason why we did that is because it's difficult to adjudicate a claim when it's in a different language and or different currency. So there's some currency issues as well. We allow a 24-month max benefit period for people outside of the United States. Other carriers offer a 6-month or 12-month. So we extended ours to 24 to remain competitive in that market. I want to go over some of the existing riders that we made enhancements to, and also some new riders. We still have all of the wonderful riders that we had in the past. We may have enhanced them. I'll talk about that. But we still kept the ones that we had available on the Omni Advantage. The first one is the AIB rider. We are allowing renewability on that. So after the first 5 years of increase, the client can come in and add a new set of 5 years or add the AIB rider again. So they get 5 more years of coverage or increases. We also enhanced our residual riders. I'm going to go into detail on that. Another change we made is to the catastrophic rider. We used to go to $8,000 a month. Now we're going to $10,000. Okay, so those are some of the changes on existing. One of the major enhancements we made to our product was specialty UROC. Although we adjudicated a claim using specialty UROC language, it wasn't written in our policy. So now with the UROC rider for medical and dental professionals, we have specialty UROC language. Again, it doesn't change how we adjudicate a claim, how we handle claims with the Omni Advantage, or how we're going to handle claims in the future. We still look at what the person's occupational duties are at the time of claim, but we do recognize specialty language. So again, this is exclusive to the medical OC classes, and it's built into the UROC rider. One change that we are including is if the client is a 5D or a 4M, so our 4M occupations are dentists, orthopedic surgeons, are more risky doctors. 5Ds are dental specialists. We are going to include a 10% premium reduction because we're going to add a mental, nervous, alcohol, drug limitation for 24 months. We are calling that our MD Sud Rider. Again, it gives a 10% premium reduction relief on the policy, and we're including that 5D and 4M. If the client does not want a 24-month limitation, they can purchase our TYO rider instead of the specialty UROC. So we are offering that as well. Next, I want to go over some new riders. We have the COLA 3% compound. We got a lot of feedback from producers that a compound COLA is very important. So this is an additional COLA rider. We're still offering the 3% simple, and the 0 to 10%, and we're adding the COLA 3% compound. We have a new rider called the Life Event Rider. It offers a one-time increase of $500 or $750 to the monthly benefit if the client has a life event. And a life event means someone receives a promotion, they get married, or they have children. There's no medical underwriting to qualify for the increase, and that's available to our classes 2A to 6F. We also have a new rider called the COBRA Premium Reimbursement Rider. This rider is available to all our classes. We're going down market with this rider, and this covers the cost of premium for COBRA if a client loses his job, his or her job, due to a disability. Okay, we'll cover the premiums for their family plus the 2% administrative fee. The maximum amount that we'll pay is $2,000 a month, and it does have an elimination period of 90 days and a benefit period of 50 months. You can be on COBRA for 18 months, so this covers it. Again, it's a premium, it's coverage for premium payments if the insured loses their job due to a disability. It's a nice new rider that we came up with that's going to be available, again, single life and multi-life cases. We have also a new capital sum rider. Now this is a free rider. There's no cost, but you do have to check it off on the application. And this is going to allow the underwriter the ability to remove the rider or not include it in the policy if they see fit. The capital sum rider is a no-cost rider that covers a client due to a capital loss. The capital loss has to be due to an injury, and a capital loss is defined as a loss of a hand or a leg, loss of sight, or loss of hearing. The benefit amount that we pay is a lump sum benefit. It's 12 times the monthly benefit plus the AMI and SSI with a cap of $150,000. Again, that's a free rider, and it covers up to $150,000 of lump sum. Now I want to talk about our residual riders. We've spent a lot of time getting feedback. We've spent a lot of time enhancing the residual riders. The first rider that I want to talk about is partial disability. This is kind of an entry-level rider that pays a partial disability. There's no loss of income required, so this is a great rider for salaried employees, non-business owners. They don't have to show a loss of income. They have to have a 50% loss of time and or duties. If they have a 50% loss of time or duties, we're going to pay 50% of the monthly benefit for up to 6 months. So again, this is more for someone who is a W-2 wage earner, non-business owner. We have 2 new residual riders. Our residual with recovery, the main thing that we changed with this is there is only a loss of 15% of income required. We used to require 20% loss. Now it is 15%. During the residual benefit, we still have to have a loss of time and or duties. The loss of time has to be that you can't do your job 85% of the time, and loss of 1 or more duties. It's the same rider that we have today, but we did attach a recovery benefit for the full benefit period, so that is new. The last rider we have is our enhanced residual. It costs about 4% more than the residual with recovery. You still have to have a loss of 15% of earnings during the residual benefit. And it really, this rider covers for lack of efficiency. So you don't have to show a loss of time or duties. Maybe you have a limitation and you can't do your job as efficiently as you've done in the past. And I'll give you an example of that. If you're a physician, you're working full-time, you can do all of the duties that you've always done, but instead of only being able to see 10 patients, you can only see 5 now. And that's an efficiency. You are going to most likely have a loss of earnings. So this enhanced residual with recovery rider is good for, physicians and people in the dental market. Again, the recovery rider is included in the enhanced residual, and that pays recovery for the full benefit period. Another new great feature that we have is stackable discounts. We can't stack all discounts, but we can stack a multi-life discount and the 10% mental nervous alcohol drug limitation discount. We can also stack an association and an MD sub discount. And we also have the association and multi-policy discounts that we can stack. We also have new for physicians. We are going to allow the full multi-life discounts. So if we have a small physician's office and they come in for multi-life, we're going to give them a 15% discount off unisex rate. If it's employer paid, we're going to give them 20% off the unisex rate. Now I want to talk a little bit about pricing. We did relax our rates a little bit in the markets that we target, and of course success attorneys is one of our top target markets. And these are the rates shown. They're all going to be 90-day elimination period to age 65, benefit period of 5 months that I'm going to show in the next few slides. Some of them are going to include UROC, and they all will include enhanced residual with recovery. So as you can see, we're green in most of the space. We're green in all of the space, which means that we're within 5% of our competitors. This is our 6F executives. There is no UROC quoted here. We feel that as an executive, regular OC is okay. Now, some producers like to sell UROC to executives. We're okay with that. We just didn't show the rates with pure UROC. Six M physicians. This is, again, quoted the same benefit period, the same benefit amount. We included residual with recovery, enhanced residual with recovery. I'm sorry. Yeah, we included specialty UROC language and enhanced residual recovery. And as you can see, we're green in all of these spaces. So those are our top physicians, pediatricians, the less risky physicians. Our 4M physicians, which again, those are our high-risk physicians. We still look great. Principal, we're in the red with some of the principal cells, but we feel that we're, still competitive in this market. So now I want to talk about the transition rules. As far as, cases that are currently in-house where you've quoted the Omni Advantage, we will allow you to replace the application for the Income Guard. We do need a new application, and I'll talk a little bit about that. With our new Income Guard, we do have a new application. It's a much shorter application that cannot be used with our Omni Advantage, unfortunately. Some more good news is that we're keeping the Omni Essential product, our guaranteed renewable product, and that's going to be used with the new application as well. So you have two options, the Income Guard or the Omni Essential. Any new sales after July 31st must be Income Guard. We are not going to be selling the Omni Advantage in those states that have approved the Income Guard. So July 31st is a key date for those states. If you have an application in-house and we hit the July 31st date, then that's when you have to have a conversation with your Plus Group partner and they'll talk to underwriting to see what you can do. You may want to run an Income Guard quote because often we have reduced rates. So our rates are lower on the Income Guard as compared to the Omni Advantage. One of the things we got feedback on is that our application was too long, so we did pare it down. It's about 13 pages. It's a great application. We got rid of a lot of the questions that we felt were redundant or we didn't need. We also separated out any of the leave behinds so that you'll get an app package that everything is broken out for you and the real true meat of the application is all in one package. That's what you have to sit down with the client and fill out. That application will be used with the Income Guard. Again, it won't be used with the Omni Advantage. We have some great marketing materials that you can get from your Plus Group partners. Producer materials explaining how the Income Guard and Advantage compare, some competitive prices. We also have a nice e-card that goes through the product. And one of the most important pieces that we have is Products at a Glance, and this covers all of the products that we have, including the Income Guard. We also have consumer materials, sales idea flyers, letters and emails that you can utilize. So as a key takeaway, we created a new product we're very excited about. We've been extremely busy running requotes. We've already issued policies on the new Income Guard, 7 new riders, stackable discounts, and you'll notice that we resloped our rates. We may be a little higher on the older ages, but we did reduce our rates at the younger ages, which is, again, our target market, the younger ages. New, shorter application, and a great suite of marketing materials that you can get from your Plus Group partners. Here is the contact information for the Plus Group for anybody that doesn't have it. They are a premier marketing organization that MetLife works very closely with on the DI side, and you can reach out to them via phone or on the web. So with that, I'd like to take questions. Tracy, can you open it up for questions?
Yeah, Lori, looks like you did a great job so far. There's no questions, but if you do have a question, you just need to go to your control panel where it says questions, and you just type it in. And I'm waiting to see, but yeah, it was very thorough. I think you did a great job. Again, if you have a question, you just need to type it in, and we'll address it.
Yeah, we'll give them a minute.
Someone asked if we can get a copy of the slides. Yes, everyone that attended this webinar, as well as registered and didn't attend, should have an email within 24 hours, which will include the audio as well as the actual presentation. So I can answer that one for you, Marjorie. So everyone should have this by tomorrow. If you have any problems, it will also be posted on the Plus Group website at www.plusgroupus.com. I may be able to get that on there today. So other than that, geez, I guess, Lori, you just did a fabulous job. And if anyone does have, oh, here we have another question. Here we have, do you have a list of association discounts, and are they by organization or state?
We don't have a list that we publicize, and we've done this based on feedback from the producers that have actually brought us the association discount. We can certainly answer the question, do you have a discount for certain associations? If you have certain associations that you work with, we can certainly provide you with that information. Go to your Plus Group partner and give him a list of the associations that you work with, and we will find that out for you and provide you with the discount amount. And it's usually 10%. Sometimes 5%.
Great.
Great question.
Yep.
We need more questions.
Any other questions? And again, if you think of a question later, you can either go to your Plus Group office or you can send it to me, Tracy@plusgroupus.com, and we'll either go to Lori or the Plus Group office and get it answered. Oh, I have another one came in. Is the product geared for benefits going forward? At age 67.
That I don't understand. So if someone is to age 67,
versus the traditional age 65. Is the product geared for benefits going forward for age 67 versus the traditional age 65?
Yes, so if you purchase to age 67 benefit period, many of the features can be renewed after age 67. Not all of them, but many of them can be. And that's written right in the contract language. So yes, they can be.
Okay, next one, max benefit per month for ages 65 to 70.
We wouldn't get more than 10 past age 59 at issue age.
So we wouldn't get, what Joe said is we won't give more than $10,000 a month past those issue ages.
But if you were issued $20,000 a month when you initially bought the policy and had a benefit period to age 70, you still get the same benefit as when you were originally issued.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't reduce benefit at older ages, but if you were underwritten at those ages, our max issue amount is $10,000.
Okay.
We'll wait a minute for some more questions.
Okay, yeah. Here comes another one. Multi-life discount is at 3 lives or 3 policies issued at the same time.
So multi-life, that's a great question. Multi-life is that we have to receive 3 applications. They don't all have to be issued, but we have to receive 3. If the premium is over $5,000 a month, total annualized, both applicants, we'll allow 2 lives. Now, we want them to be the top R classes. If you submit to, 2As, we might say no. But, for the top R classes, we'll go down to 2 lives.
Okay, good. Next one, GR from 67 to 70 issue ages.
The policy is non-cancelable for at least 5 policy years. Once it goes into the conditionally renewable phase, it is guaranteed renewable where the rates are going to change each year.
Okay, next one. See, now they're all coming in. Was there any decrease to total maximum issue and participation guidelines? And what is the max now that you will issue?
So individual, someone coming in for MetLife, top R classes, will go to $20,000. That's our maximum, MetLife paper. We'll go up to $40,000 with group. That's our top R classes. That's the max.
Keep them coming, people. Any more questions? Yeah. And again, if you have a question and you didn't get a chance to answer it, please feel free to contact me or your Plus Group office, and we'll make sure we get back to you. Can we use this presentation? Lori, can we use the presentation?
You can use the presentation with producers. You can't use the presentation with a client, but we do have client pieces. So if you look on the bottom of the presentations or any of our marketing material, if it says not for use with the general public, then you can't use it with a client. You can talk about it, you just can't use it. But we do have great pieces for clients.
Great. Anything else?
If there's something you need for a client, reach out to your Plus Group partner. We have a great marketing department, 5 or 6 people waiting to, create marketing pieces for you. So reach out.
Another one. What was the theory behind the MDU SUD?
The theory behind the acronym, I hope that's not what you're asking. It's just an acronym that we use. We felt it necessary to look at how we're handling high-risk physicians. And we do see high claims payout for the 4Ms and the 5Ds. And instead of changing other benefits, instead of reducing the amount that we're going to issue, instead of doing those really, difficult things, we decided to add the 10%. I'm sorry, the 24-month mental nervous limitation. It's still very competitive. If you look at other carriers, they're doing the same thing. We weren't doing it, and so we were kind of increasing the amount of 4Ms that we were receiving. We want to slow that down a little bit, to be honest.
Okay, next one, if the price comparison information is accurate, why can't we use with the clients?
Because really what they should be using with the client is the illustration tool. So the illustration software should be used with the client.
And I also just want to add, the premium information is definitely accurate, but it's accurate for a moment in time. So, we don't know if tomorrow principal changes a rate or somebody increases an OC class or what have you. So we can't control it after the day it's sort of done.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anything else? Again, type your question in. We'll be happy to address it. Any other questions? Oh, here comes another one. So for dentists and specialty dentists, the only way to remove the, my eyes are.
The MD-SUG?
Yeah, limitation rider is to get TYO, can't get YO for these occupations?
You can get specialty UROC, but you're going to have the 24-month mental nervous limitation. If the client wants full coverage for mental nervous, then they can have the TYO. And it's cheaper. I mean, you get a discount by purchasing the TYO as well. It's a lower cost.
That's right, and so there's no middle ground. It's specialty with limited or TYO with full coverage. And that's really because, as Lori explained during the presentation, there's no material difference in how we're handling a specialty UROC claim versus a plain UROC claim. So there really is no middle ground. It's full specialty with limited or unlimited coverage with TYO.
Next one, if someone is issued a group product with a unisex and group discount and leaves the group, what happens with that policy?
With our discounts, they're portable. They get to keep the discount. Nothing changes. They can change the billing mode if they want. If they want to, be removed from a list bill, we can go direct, but the discount remains on the policy for the life of the policy.
As does the unisex rate.
Yeah, I'm sorry, as does the unisex rate. That's correct.
Great. Great. That's what he said. Okay, anything else, anyone? See? One last chance. Type in any questions. And again, if you have questions you think about later, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to get back to you. Well, it looks like that's it. Lori and Joe, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, today. And again, you will get a copy of the presentation as well as the audio. You should have it by tomorrow. If you have any problems, please contact me, Tracy O'Malley, at tracy@plusgroups.com. And we appreciate Met for helping us today and everyone for being here. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.